Hi, welcome to our fifth episode of the Family Business Podcast. I'm Andrew Poncho Glover, and my daughter and co-host Alex will not be here tonight because she is off because of academic obligations. But we do have a very special guest in the studio with us here today, my GMen buddy, my fellow NFL veteran lineman out of the Grambling State University, and the commissioner of the GMen Nation. Welcome to the show. To our viewers, both listening and watching, Herman Arvie.
1, 2, 3, I know beats like ABC. Mine come up, they hate to see. I may believe till they believe. I came up to major leagues. Say you blind, but wait and see. This so easy. 1, 2, 3, ABC from A to Z. Back to raps, I won't miss. Heard the beat and I kissed. Sing a lot, but I switched. Yeah, bet you rappers so pissed. Now I'm high up with the stars. Yeah, I'm on the path up to Mars. Yeah, told me I wouldn't get far. Yeah, how you look at these bars? Yeah, how this kid fit so authentic? Why did I live that I said it? Yeah, flow is so sick, need a medic. Lies so corny, let's dead it. Yeah, I just prove what I do. Yeah, name is Tom, but no cruise. Yeah, beat is on and I cruise. Yeah, vibe is lit in my cruise. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, I know beats like ABC. Mine come up, they hate to see. I may believe till they believe. I came up to major leagues. Say you blind, but wait and see. This so easy. 1, 2, 3, ABC from A to Z.
Hey, V, what's going on?
Hey, it's all good. Thanks for having me. Appreciate it. Glad to be on.
Yeah, this is one part of our sessions that we have where we have guests to come in and talk about their experiences as an athlete and being under the roof and in a family of athletes. So I have a question for you. Let me introduce you to my audience first. This is Herman Arvie. He and I both attended Grambling State University together. He was recruited by Grambling State University and signed with Grambling State University. He was drafted in the 5th round by Cleveland Browns and played with Baltimore Ravens as well. Welcome, audience, please, Mr. Herman Arvie, the commissioner of the GMen Nation. Welcome, Commissioner.
It's truly an honor being on the show. I've been watching the episodes, man. You and Alex are doing a great job. Keep up the great work, and thanks again for having me on.
Yeah. Well, we're working on it. We're a work in progress, but I'm learning as I go. So I think one of the questions that to let our audience know a little bit about yourself, where you from, and when you started playing football, and what led you to going to Grambling State University and signing with the nationally renowned coach Eddie G. Robinson. How is sports? First of all, how is sports looked upon in your household? Did you have brothers and sisters that played sports?
So sports is huge in my family. I am the youngest of 8 kids, 3 sisters. They're the oldest of the group, and then it's 5 boys that came, one after the other. And I got the opportunity to witness and watch my brothers play, and I just learned, and I was like a sponge. I soaked it all in and soaked it all up. And in terms of brothers having an opportunity to play collegiately and at the next level, I do have my brother Robert, who coaches high school football. Actually, this is his 30th year. He's going to be retiring this year after this year. But he was one that I watched closely and I modeled after we were a year apart, and seeing the things that he was able to accomplish. He was a blue chip All-American coming out of high school, ended up playing college ball at USL, which is now University of Louisiana Lafayette. And, I just watched them growing up. And for me, I started playing tackle football. Unfortunately, I've always been a big guy. So Little League, Pee Wee League, that was out of that wasn't in the cards for me. So I didn't get a chance to start playing contact sports, tackle football, until the 7th grade, and played up into played 7th, 8th, 9th grade, as well as 10th. But I didn't play my 11th grade year. And my senior year, we had 2 coaches on our coaching staff that had that played at Grambling, Coach Mike Haynes and Coach Carlos Pennywell, and they actually watched us play, during the course of the football year. They were first year coaches, and invited us to we got an opportunity to go for a recruiting visit to Grambling. And I got an opportunity to meet the legend, Coach Rob, and the rest is history. So there was 3 of us that went on that recruiting trip, and 3 of us signed with Grambling.
Wow. I think that is just outstanding to have a template created for you with a family member in the household that you can follow, and that would be your guideline. And if you have that level of discipline, and if you continue to work hard, that you see that materialize right in front of your face. So I think that my daughter, I think Alex, has been the beneficiary of seeing that from her brothers that play football, and how we go about our business, the discipline that's involved in playing and being a student athlete. So I think one of the other questions I had was, okay, so what went into you deciding to go to Grambling, and what were those last moments like leading up to you actually saying Grambling is going to be the place where I want to go and extend my football career?
So, being from, and I grew up in Opelousas, Louisiana. Being from Opelousas, we had guys prior to me that had signed, scholarships to various universities. So I saw the process, and like I said, I witnessed it with my brother. So USL was an option, but to be quite honest, I didn't take my grades too serious back then. So it was limited in terms of my options. I had Grambling, that was an opportunity for me. I had Southern, that was an opportunity for me. And I had a host of junior colleges that were also options. But like I said, it was 3 guys that ended up signing with Grambling, and we decided that we were going to all sign with the same university when it came down to it. And Grambling was just the best choice for us, although they did make it difficult because when they came to sign all 3 of us, they left my scholarship at home, so I ended up signing. The next day, and Southern was really trying their darndest to sign me that next day once they found out I had.
Wow, I would have been sick. I would have been like, "What? If you signed the other? We made a 3-pack deal, and the other 2 guys got their paperwork. And was this a setup? Were you going to sign the other 2 guys, and I'm not going to, have the opportunity to sign? Man, I would have been." Oh, my stomach I needed some Pepto-Bismol that night. I wouldn't have been able to sleep.
Coach Caston was on the phone. I was in the in the football office. He was on the phone. He was wooing me, man. He was like, "Homeboy, come on now. They didn't bring your scholarship."
Oh, he tried to use that against us. He tried to use. I'm glad. Hey, I'm so glad you signed with us. Signed with Grambling, because you're actually a year behind me. When I was a senior, you were a junior, but we had an opportunity to play a lot of games together. We had a chance to win a lot of games together. We went to meetings together. We ate together. We went to parties together. It was just, it was a great time having the opportunity to be part of, the greatest football fraternity in the history of HBCUs, and be guided by a man of the likes of Eddie G. Robinson, who was the nation's winningest coach for, a very, very long time. And he was just a great person. Could you tell us a story about you and Eddie Robinson that's specific to you guys that you think that our listeners might enjoy?
Man, There's so many stories, and there's some I shall not reveal. But I mean, Coach
Fraternity
Rob
rules prohibit that. So just give us something that everybody's going to be okay with it, and it'll be accepted across the board. It's universal.
So Coach Rob, I'm sure everyone is familiar with the stories. Now, this one is hilarious, so I have to share. So 92, that was my senior year, and Coach Rob always came around with the bells. Always came with the cowbell in the morning, 6:00 in the morning, to get our IDs. You know that very well. So this particular morning, I decided I was gonna hop in the closet and try and hide from Coach. It was more than likely a night of we stayed up pretty late, right?
A 290-pounder or a 300-pounder trying to squeeze in the closet? Which one at that time?
I was every bit of 300. So I hop in the closet, right? So I hear Coach. I hear his voice outside the door, and he's asking, "Where's Arvie? Where's Arvie?" So, by the way, Block is he's my roommate at the time. So Block is across the way, and I hear Block talking to him, and he's like, "I don't know, Coach. I don't know where he's at." So I hear Coach is talking, but he's getting closer and closer to the door. So he opens the door, and voila, he got me, right? So he's like, "Oh, there he is. I found him." Now, that ain't the funny part. So we had another roommate named Dut, all right? So you know Big Dut. He's like, "Where is Dut?" And he says, "Hold up, I see him. Dut, get from underneath that bed."
His foot was hanging from under the bed. Another 300-pounder.
Look, another 300-pounder. How he got into that bed, I have no clue. But just to go to show you how our house cleaning wasn't immaculate back then, bro. So Dut come from underneath the bed covered in dust.
Oh.
Oh, man.
It must have looked like Tales from the Crypt or something coming from under there. And the old man was looking like, what in the heck is going on here? Oh, man, these guys, hey, football, I think football is doing something to you guys. Y'all want to hide from the coach and hide in the closet and hide under the bed. That's classic right there. Oh, and I know he talked about that forever. I know he rode Dirt Man. I think people start calling him Dirt Man because of him hiding under the cot. And people have to understand, these not no big California king-size bed. These are some army cots that you're trying to hide under. And so it was a lot of opportunity to play tricks on the old man. A lot of people did. And that was one way we tried to keep him on top of his game. So, our time, we did win a SWAC championship. When we were together there, and then you guys, after I left, won a national championship. So talk about the fact that we had been older players, and you guys have an opportunity to look up to. And I think in that 1991 draft, we had 5 draftees. So for the younger guys to have an opportunity to look at those guys and to learn from those guys and to know 100% that the scouts were going to be there. How was that going into your senior year, knowing that you had people from all over the NFL visiting our camp? And then in 1991 draft, we had 5 draftees coming out of a 1AA school.
Yeah, I mean, it was absolutely amazing. I talk to people to this day. Every day there was a scout that was on campus. Every day you can count on seeing a scout out there at practice. And you guys, your class was phenomenal. I was just listening to I think it was Scotty Anderson, Stevie's brother. He had mentioned just the other day that for like 30 straight years we had a guy from Grambling getting drafted. 30 straight years. And so after your class, we had Nate Singleton get drafted. And then the 92 class, we had myself and Scotty's brother, Stevie Anderson, get drafted. So, I mean, it was just talent upon talent. Our 89 SWAC championship team, we had 11 guys off of that team that got drafted.
Wow. That's unheard of. I mean, now the SWAC is clamoring, one team over another, trying to get one or two players to be represented. And that's why Grambling State University always set the standard. I mean, our coach sent, Eddie G. Robinson sent over 200 players to the NFL. So, we were accustomed to, knowing other athletes and having them come back and share their experiences with us and creating that template for us to follow, so that if we went out and we worked hard and took care of our business, we would have the opportunity to go to the next level. So in retrospect, how do you feel Grambling prepared you for the next level? We know that you were drafted in the 93 draft by the Cleveland Browns, and then later moved to Baltimore. But what do you think is the best attribute and the things that you learned at Grambling that were transferable to that next level?
The two most important things were hard work. So hard work was not uncommon. I wasn't accustomed to working hard, and discipline. Like, those things were drilled into us. They were instilled into us. We worked 3-4 hours. Heck, Jackson State week, I think we touched 5 and 6 hours out there. So when I got to the NFL, hour and a half practice, man, that was a cakewalk. That was a piece of cake. And like I said, from a discipline standpoint, we knew how to follow instructions, follow orders. We were disciplined when it came down to the finer things, the minute things. We knew how to hone in and focus. All we needed were the resources, which, that kind of ties into what we're doing today in terms of GMen Nation. We're trying to provide the resources that are necessary.
That's right. That's exactly right. So you are one of the founding members of the GMen Nation, and so tell us a little bit about what GMen Nation is, where people could find information, where they could sign up, so they'll be able to get more information about what we are doing and how we are taking control of our responsibility and our legacy to our university.
Absolutely. GMen Nation Incorporated, we're a group of former players, GMen that played at Grambling, but we also consist of non-players, supporters of the program, even non-Gram fam, folks that didn't attend Grambling. We welcome, everybody who wants to support the movement and the cause. We started up in 2021, and we, you can find us at our website is gmennation.org. A host of information is on our website, but I like to direct people to our membership page. That pretty much spells it all out for you in terms of how to become a member, what dues, what the dues are associated with becoming a member. In terms of guys that have played, former players, we ask each member to pay a minimum of $25 a month. That's only $300 a year. And in terms of associate members, non-player, former players, that's $65 a year.
Yeah. I heard also you guys have been doing we have been doing some significant things in the community, like having, coat drives and doing other things, cleanup efforts on the campus for the football team, and providing resources for them. If you could discuss a little bit more about the things that GMen, the outreach programs within the GMen Nation.
Absolutely. So thus far, we've had, like you mentioned, we had a clothing drive. We do that towards the end of the year. We did it last December in Shreveport. This year, we'll more than likely do it in a different, maybe Baton Rouge or Lafayette this year. But really, we just ask for members of GMen Nation, non-members, anyone who's willing to donate clothing. There's a lot of folks out here who are in need of of jackets and sweaters and coats. So if you have any available, please donate them to us. We are a nonprofit organization, 501c3. So I'm not an accountant or a tax person, but there are benefits to donating to a nonprofit organization, a 501c3 that provides tax benefits. We've done, we had benefit a dinner with the pros that we conducted this past June in Birmingham that we were able to raise in excess of $20,000. So we're doing these types of things, and we'll continue to do those. This weekend we're planning for our homecoming event in Grambling, where we'll have a couple events tied into the weekend. So please come out, support. And again, we try to post all of our events and things that are coming up in the future on our website.
Okay, so that's GMenNation.org. So what level of participation are you seeing from a lot of the former players? And I understand that anyone that played for Rob or that's a friend of football is welcome to sign up for the GMen Nation, but particularly our dues paying members and the people that actually were on that field. If you got on that field and you wore the uniform, we have a great deal of respect for these gentlemen, and we want them to be a part of this club.
Absolutely. I mean, our goal for 2022 was to reach 100 members, and we are on schedule to hit. We should exceed that goal, to be quite honest with you. And we just encourage more and more former players to get involved. Like you mentioned before, it's our legacy, it's our responsibility. If not us, then who? So, all the information is posted on the website, contact phone numbers, emails. Please reach out, and if you have any questions, we'll be more than happy to answer them.
Yeah, I think, it's a great organization. We have a great deal of pride in the things that we have accomplished over the years and the things that Eddie Robinson has taught us and the things that are important. Not only do we have great football players that come out of the university, we have great men, great family men, people who work in the community, and people who are well respected. So would you rather play but always lose or win and sit the bench? I love to win so much. I said I would rather win and sit the bench and keep working on getting the game. My son said he'd rather play and lose. My oldest boy, P-Dog, said he'd rather play and just lose. I'm in that. I'm in that doing what I'm trying to do.
We ain't too good. We just lose it all the time. Hey, might have to hang them cleats up.
Yeah.
Losing. Oh my goodness. Hey, I want some W's.
You rather sit on the bench and win, or you rather play and keep losing?
I want some W's. Since I can't have a boat, I want some W's.
He want the W's. He want to win too.
Hey, at least I wasn't part of the problem. I'm part of the solution, baby.
Yeah. That's a good one right there. That's a good one. Well, I'd like to thank you, Arvie, for coming on the 5th episode of the Family Business Podcast. I had a wonderful time. We'd like to have you come back again in the near future and share some of that wisdom with us. We are impacting young people's lives. We're impacting men, women, and children through our experiences and giving back to them so that it will increase the probability that they will have great success. It's one thing to get there, but it's another thing to stay there. And if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. Thank you for coming on Family Business Podcast.
One, two, three, I know beats like ABC. Mine come up, they hate to see. I may believe till they believe. I came up to major leagues. Say you blind, but wait and see. This so easy. 1, 2, 3, ABC from A to Z. Back to raps, I won't miss. Heard the beat and I kissed. Sing a lot, but I switched. Yeah, bet you rappers so pissed. Now I'm high up with the stars. Yeah, I'm on the path up to Mars. Yeah, told me I wouldn't get far. Yeah, how you like all these bars? Yeah, how this kid fit so authentic? Why did I live that I said it? Yeah, flow is so sick, need a medic. Lies so corny, let's dead it. Yeah, I just prove what I do. Yeah, name was Tom, but no cruise. Yeah, beat is on and I cruise. Yeah, vibe is lit in my cruise. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, I know beats like ABC. Mine come up, they hate to see. I may believe till they believe. I came up to major leagues. Say you blind, but wait and see. This so easy. 1, 2, 3, ABC from A to Z.